I'm here today at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Headquarters with Johnny FSP, who is demonstrating against the illegal murder of an innocent victim from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Johnny, is there anything you'd like to comment on this?
What we're doing here today is protesting murder of innocent citizens. This cause for justice is going national at this time. Monday we shut down the Utah State Capitol. So here in Las Vegas, I know we don't have large numbers today. However, as it started out in Salt Lake and in California, the numbers were small then, and I see the numbers growing. The more families we contact that have had this happen to them, and more concerned citizens that get together, I feel you're going to see a swell in this cause for justice. So you feel a growing tide in awareness? I do. I see people are noticing this much more. You know, when I was a kid growing up, you know, we had stuff like this happen, but not to the extent it's happening now. What we're seeing is the militarization of the police force. I first ran into this face of law enforcement in August of 1992 while I was up at a place called Ruby Ridge, and that was the first time that I had met a face of law enforcement that was, well, maybe some people would say evil or soulless. As a kid growing up here in Las Vegas, never did you have to worry about that. I mean, the worst thing you had to worry about was maybe getting roughed up by the cops or handcuffed up and taken downtown. That was about the extent of it here in Vegas. Now I see that same face in law enforcement on a local level that we have not seen before. And like I said, that I saw that face at Ruby Ridge, Idaho. It's that same energy, the same vibe you get now on a local level is what I saw 20 years ago at Ruby Ridge. The local law enforcement are now under a federal jurisdiction. Here, people are calling for federal oversight into police departments. Little do they know that this is the problem with the police departments, is they already are turning into a military wing of the federal government. Yeah. And what negative impacts do you see in the future with this? What I see happening in Nazi Germany. That's the negative impact. The bucket helmets, the no-knock raids, the death of innocent citizens, the killing of unarmed citizens on our streets, and while the public just sits by and really does not even notice this or even do much about it. So perhaps there's a collective cover-up by not reporting them collectively, and that way they're not noticed as much. Right. That's what I see happening, pretty much. I know that when I was a young guy involved in, maybe someone call it the militia movement or even worse, I noticed that the FBI would conduct an operation. At the same time, the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms would conduct an investigation, and they would act like they were in competition with one another. They were not. They were working cohesively together, and they did this so they could undermine constitutional law. And one agency would perform one half of the investigation, while the FBI or the ATF would perform the other half, and then the arrests would go down. But when it went to court, you would only see it was an ATF investigation. You would not see the FBI's part, vice versa, same thing. And so anything that was done underhanded, you would not see it. Yeah, and as far as probable cause goes, can you venture any probable cause whatsoever into this recent shooting that we're protesting today? I will just say this. It is cold-blooded murder. There's no justification, there's no probable cause to shoot an unarmed civilian who is basically doing nothing wrong. And do you think that the public is familiar
with the order to stand down prior to the shooting?
That's a problem we have. We have a misinformed public, and I would say the answer to that is no. The public are very unaware of what rules, regulations, procedures. People are just not that informed.